So my name is Wyatt Renew. I'm the principal creative and technically on paper the CEO of 3i Design.
Okay.
I say it like that because we're such a small team. It's kind of hard to think about corporate structure here, but we are structured as a small S corp and original employee that's kind of climbed the ranks and now run the show here. General manager is kind of maybe a more accurate description. Primarily, it's three things, but they're all related to managing the resources of the company. It's my responsibility to manage the human resources, financial resources, and the physical resources of the company. Keep an eye on the financials, therefore good old-fashioned sales, dashboards, things like that. On the human resources side, that's of course hiring and managing, maintaining a team. There's a concept of T-shaped people, which is one of the main things that I look for. And what that means is a creative type that kind of grows their capabilities outward, ever outward, always reaching for a new skill versus, I guess, the linear I-shaped people. Nothing wrong with that. And in fact, like an I-shaped person becomes a specialist, maybe somebody that masters something over their lifetime. But with the nature of our business and what we're presented with, the challenges we get from our clients, we often need to be able to bring in multiple capabilities. Good old-fashioned multimedia is a good way to put it. I suppose one thing I had to overcome, I've had to come to terms with the fact that people move on. So, you know, I get it, and I had to learn it, that people find other opportunities. It's definitely not a negative or looked at in any sort of negative light. It's just that I've had to kind of deal with. So if I can kind of get over that and then understand that this is a great opportunity for people to take that leap into the creative workforce and then hone a few skills and then move on in a few years, I guess I'm okay with that. That's probably the biggest challenge. I mean, that's because we're a small team and turnover can be really rough.
Yeah.
One of the big ways that we solve that is just pretty clear and level playing field for what needs to be done versus like a very bureaucratic sort of formal process of being assigned things. People are here to do a good job and to work, so they'll grab a task and they'll ask about it. Before we figured that out, the only problem we had with like getting things done would be communication about that it needed to be done in the first place by then or by next Friday or whatever. Yeah, for me personally, it's probably just the overarching juggling act. So out of everybody on the team, I'm probably the one that needs to be most T-shaped. You know, didn't necessarily set out thinking I'm going to run a business, but I quickly kind of started leaning towards and kind of jumping on tasks that were the business related tasks. And so that added one more to-do list and set of things that needed to be managed. Yeah, I think I run the risk of being kind of like a bit scattered or a bit spread thin at times. And that's probably personally, that's the hardest part. Hands down, I love the fact that there's a variety, that it's not just one task after, day after day, and it's never boring, I mean, that's the answer. It's the fact that there is variety, that there is a lot of problems to solve, kind of a good sign of time flies, while you're doing your craft. So, yeah.